Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, I'm Noelle and we are back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be following Cassey Ho's, aka Blogilates, What I Eat in a Day video. The most recent video, it follows more of what she would eat in a day when she's trying to look her best for a photo shoot. And so she prefaces the video with that and also saying when she is working on looking the best for her photo shoots that she eats dairy-free, gluten-free, and sugar, no added sugar. So getting right into the video, I know the one thing that I didn't probably do the best job at replicating is that Cassey drinks a ton of water. I think she starts off her day filling up her 64-ounce water bottle with water and some lemon slices to add a little flavor to it. And she drinks 2 of those. That's a whole gallon of water. I've done it before where I did a video where I drank a gallon of water every day. It was a struggle then, and I knew most likely I just couldn't do it, and I honestly just completely forgot about it too. You'll see in the next clips. So that was a struggle, and I tried to drink as much water as I could. I drank a good decent bit for what I normally do, because I'm just not a big water drinker. I've been trying to do better with it, but I still don't drink enough as much as I should. When I do the following an influencer's what I eat in the day, I try to replicate their day as much as I can. So I also try and work out around the same time or like in between the same meals that it looks like they're doing their workouts as best as I can. And it looks like Cassey, before she eats or anything, she does her workouts, and it also looked like she did her workout like pretty late because she showed her run on her Apple Watch and it said 12 p.m. So obviously she doesn't get her food in as early in the day or her workouts in as early in the day, and so I kind of tried to replicate that. So I didn't really start working out until a little bit later than what I normally did, and I did my workout before I ate. In the next clip it will show what I ate for breakfast. So guys, I have finished my little workout and I've showered and changed into some fresh clothing. So now it's time for the first meal, which is a late meal because, like I said before, she doesn't even finish her run until well after 12 o'clock. So we've done the same essentially. It's basically 2 o'clock now. But she has, for her first meal, she has a egg white omelet with salad and butternut squash. I didn't exactly replicate that. For one, because I struggle when it comes to making an omelet. It's just not one of the talents that I have because I never could like flip it like you're supposed to. It doesn't work out for me. So mine is more of a scramble. It's very ugly. I didn't use the same vegetables and stuff that she used. Because I think in her egg white omelet she uses onion, tomato, and I think there's something else. I think she does put avocado on top. I think it's onions and tomato, and then she puts some avocado on the top after she's done cooking it. And then she has a salad, which I think has like tomatoes in it. Me, on the other hand, look at this loveliness. It's so gorgeous, right? It looks disgusting. But I put some spinach and onion in my eggs. I didn't add any avocado because I just wasn't feeling like having avocado with that. And I don't even know if I'm going to finish this because this is an awful lot. And then I have just a little salad. It's just mainly lettuce. And then I have some cucumbers on there. That's cucumbers that actually my mom made like a cucumber tomato salad yesterday. And so it's like seasoned and stuff like that with different seasonings. But I'm not a big tomato gal, so that's why I only have cucumbers on there. And then as far as the butternut squash, I thought we had a whole bag of butternut squash in our freezer, but apparently I was wrong. So what I did instead is I just got some sweet potatoes because I felt like that was a good alternative to the butternut squash. I think, sweet potatoes are probably a bit more starchy than butternut squash, but it still works. And I did sprinkle some cinnamon on mine just because I don't really not put any kind of seasoning on my sweet potatoes, and I normally go for more sweet potatoes, so I figured, and it's only cinnamon. It's just cinnamon and oil. That's the only thing that's on these
So I think we're safe with that. So this is our first meal. I'm going to go ahead and eat as much of this as I can because this is actually a lot. And my stomach is pretty full because I tried to chug some water because I completely forgot about the water aspect of things. So I'm not probably going to drink all of the water that she drinks. So we're just going to drink as much water as we can, as much water that the stomach allows, because I don't want to over drink water because, then I'm just going to be spending my whole day peeing. And we don't want that. So I'm going to just drink more water than what I normally do. So I've already drank, I have a little water bottle and I've had one full bottle so far. We're a little behind on that. But I think that bottle is like a 28, maybe a 30 ounce bottle. I will go and double check on that to see actually how much I already have had of water. So I'm aiming more for just get half of the water that she does. So 64. That's half. That's a pat on the back. That's pretty good. That's pretty decent. That's the end goal. Just get to at least 64. We'll see how we go. But anyways, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and eat this little lunch breakfast ordeal and catch up with you guys later. Okay, so I just finished my little breakfast late lunch situation. And I mean, it was all normal foods. There wasn't anything special about any of them or anything like that. But I will say, I've never been the biggest omelet fan. The egg whites were fine because for years I would only eat egg whites because I'm just not the biggest egg fan. And so but I was fine with egg whites, so that was fine. I just don't like mixing other foods with my eggs. Spinach is okay, and I did put spinach in my omelet. But the only other vegetable that was in there was onions. And I still just wasn't the biggest fan of that. And then also I wasn't a big fan of eating eggs and a salad right next to it. It just didn't mix well for me. And so wasn't crazy about that. But the sweet potatoes were delicious. And like I said, I was a little late to the water train, so I did just chug some water. So I will say I'm not the hungriest. I did shove down all of the sweet potatoes, and that's the only thing that I actually finished. But the sweet potatoes, they just tasted so good that I didn't want to not eat them. So, but everything else, I ate about half of everything else. I ate majority of the salad. There's just a few leaves. I think the lettuce was a little bitter, honestly. So I wasn't crazy about that. So I finished most of that, but not all of it. So the most thing that I didn't eat all of was the omelet. Just because I just wasn't crazy about it. But nonetheless, in a little bit, I don't know if I'm going to right now. I mean, I might as well. I probably should right now go ahead and stop by the store before all of the crazy people come out after work, because I just need a few things for the rest of the day to finish this off. So I probably will go ahead and do that and catch you guys later. Okay guys, I have my nectarine here. I've eaten a good bit of it, some of it. Yeah, so I'm going to finish the rest of the nectarine and probably it's almost 6:30 now, so probably in about a half an hour, maybe an hour, I'll start working on dinner, which is going to be chicken and zucchini with some cauliflower rice. Honestly, Sam's version looked delicious because he has his with some curry and it just looked nice and saucy and delicious. But the version I'm going to be having is going to be curryless, unfortunately. But I think she does put some hot sauce on it, some hot sauce sorts, and I think she might put some soy sauce because it's supposed to be kind of a stir fry anyway, so there's a little bit of saucy flavorness, but the curry version looked immaculate, deliciousness. But I'm going to have that with some edamame, which I'm really excited about. The edamame, I love edamame. It has been a while since I've had some, so excited for her. But I figured I need to eat dinner fairly soon because we have 3 snacks after dinner. So there's going to be some grubbing, and I am not one to eat very late most of the time. I might have a little snack dessert before bed, but normally I try to avoid that. Anyways, I'm going to eat my little nectarine and catch you guys later.
I'm assuming with having such a late start of the day or late start of eating in the day, Cassey only has 2 main meals and then a few snacks in between. So the next meal that we had was a little stir fry. So that will be in the next clip.
So we are here with our dinner, and so we have some cauliflower rice, some little chicken stir fry with zucchini and onions, and then for our little appetizer we have some edamame. And so this is my dinner. It smells amazing. It smells delicious. It's been forever since I had edamame, and I'm super excited for it. I love edamame, so I'm gonna go dig in and enjoy this, and I'll catch you guys later for all of the snacks that we have to eat still.
The dinner was actually really good. It was really basic. It wasn't anything like completely crazy. It was basically just a basic stir fry, obviously, as you saw. So love the stir fry. I never used coconut aminos before, but it was actually really good, and I'm not the big coconut fan, so, but it doesn't taste like coconut at all to me, so I guess that's why. I've never been the biggest fan of cauliflower rice or cauliflower anything really. I've tried cauliflower rice before. I've tried cauliflower mashed potatoes. I've tried various things with cauliflower rice. It's seasoned differently, it cooked differently. I just haven't been the biggest fan. I mean, I ate it, but it wasn't something that I necessarily fully enjoyed. I definitely enjoyed the zucchini and chicken a lot more than I enjoyed the cauliflower rice, but it is what it is, but it was still a good meal in general.
Okay, so like I told you, we are not done eating yet, but that's okay because I could eat something. Like I could munch on a little something. So first, technically what we're supposed to have is some dessert. So we have some apples, and I put pecans with it. In the video she uses walnuts. Not the biggest fan of walnuts, so I just put some pecans in there instead. And I just feel like apples go better with pecans than walnuts, but maybe that's just a personal preference. So I just have some of that. And I also went ahead and made snack number 2 for the evening, which is some guac with some chips. She uses plantain chips. I don't know where I could find that. I mean, I probably could have gone to one grocery store that would probably have that because they have a pretty wide, you know, like vegan, gluten, vegetarian section. Gluten-free, not gluten. But they have like a little bit more options as far as more variety of like different things besides your basic foods, a little bit healthier options. There we go. They have a little bit more healthy options. So I could have tried and like really tried to find it there, and I probably would have been able to find it, but I just decided I'm just going to use regular tortilla chips with this. And I didn't make a lot. I just made like basically like enough for like a few chips because I don't plan on eating a lot of that. And I did not add any tomatoes, so it's basically just crushed avocado with some salt and pepper and some hot sauce. And her guac, she has avocado, tomato, I think jalapenos, and she adds hot sauce and stuff to it, and I think that's it. And onions. I do have onions in this one. I do have onions, but I just didn't want to cut up a whole tomato just for a little bit of this, or to use like even just a little bit of a tomato. I just didn't think it would be worth it for just a teeny bit. She makes enough where she has leftovers. I didn't want to do that because we actually have individual containers of guac too in my house, so I didn't want to make a whole thing of homemade guac when we still have some other guac. So I just made a little single serving of it. So that's where we're at. So I'm gonna go ahead and snickety snack on these, and then I will come back with our last little late night, midnight treat. Honestly, I feel like it's definitely a midnight treat because it has to be super late when she eats it. But we will be back for that before we go to bed. So catch you later.
And then going into the snacks, obviously the first snack we have is more of our dessert snack, which was the apples and, in my case, pecans instead of, or pecans, whatever you call them. I don't know. I say them in both ways, but in Cassie's, she does have it with walnuts. That was actually really good. I would definitely replicate that. I never would think to do that before, but I would definitely replicate that dessert because I think that's a like a nice healthy dessert. to have. So I definitely would do that again. And who doesn't like some chips and guac? So definitely would do that again.
Okay guys, I am dressed for bed and I have my little late night snickety snacks. We have our little mug cake here. It's a peanut butter with some blueberry mug cake. And then we have a little tea. I'm a little worried about both because I have not had good experiences with mud cakes. Or I keep on saying mud cakes, mug cakes. They just never turn out well for me, and the texture that I'm seeing doesn't look terrible, but I did put it on for a little bit longer because I stuck my spoon in there before I left, and the texture was not it for me. So I put it in for like about 15 seconds longer. It smells great because it just smells like peanut butter, but then I'm like slightly worried that like maybe I didn't mix it all the way through or whatever. I don't know. And then we just add the concern with the tea because I'm not a tea drinker. I'm not the biggest fan of hot beverages in general. Like, not crazy about coffee, hot or cold. I mean, I can tolerate cold coffee a little bit better. But again, we put a lot of sugar in there, a lot of sweet stuff. And then like I like hot chocolate. Hot chocolate's okay. You know, but basically anything else, like as far as hot beverages, I would probably say next to. But the worst of the worst for me is tea. You know, and the ironic thing is though, is I love sweet iced tea. It's so good. And I can even tolerate unsweetened iced tea if it's like not terrible. Yeah, like I can drink it a little bit. I mean, it wouldn't be my favorite. I probably would take really small sips of it, but like I've been there before where it was not sweetened at all, but it was iced tea because they may have gotten my order wrong. But hot tea, there's just something about it. Some tea bags smell so amazing and delicious, but then when I go to try and like give it a try, it just is gross. So I'm a little nervous. I made a little sleepy time tea. I think it is a green tea. I honestly couldn't tell you. I was just trying to look for something that did not have caffeine in it. We have a lot of teas in our house because I'm basically the only person in our house that does not like tea, so there's a lot of tea options. So I just went with this one because it is a sleepy time tea, so it should help me actually sleep, maybe. And it's like an herb tea. I think it has like some lemongrass and like spearmint, I think are like the main things. I think there's some other stuff in here, but like I can smell the mint. It's a little minty. And I could tell that maybe, you know, it has a little bit of a lemongrass smell to it. I will fully admit, I did put a little bit of sugar, but I put monk fruit sugar in it, so I feel like that's a little bit better than regular sugar. But I just knew that I don't think I could drink tea without any sugar. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a sip. We will see how this goes, but it's not terrible. It's tolerable. Honestly, it tastes more like just hot water with like a bit of mintiness to it. So I can do this. I will finish this tea. Hopefully. And so let me go ahead and give this little mug cake a taste. Here we go. Yeah, it kind of just tastes like peanut butter. And it doesn't even have a strong peanut butter taste. It's just like really slight. Let me taste it with one of the blueberries. Yeah, honestly, like I said, it tastes mainly like nutty, and because it has peanut butter, and then you use almond flour and almond milk for it. And I even used sweetened vanilla almond milk just because I felt like to add a little bit more flavor to it, because like unless I looked at the recipe wrong or looked at the video wrong when she was giving the recipe, you don't add any sugar or anything to it. But I mean, it still is good. Like I wouldn't be like mad at this. I'm gonna go ahead and finish these little snickety snacks. A little update as far as the water. I actually checked about my water bottle because like I said, I wasn't sure of like exactly how it was. I was completely off. I was completely wrong. It's actually only a 20-ounce water bottle, and I've only drank 2 of them, which honestly for me I will say is like amazing, because normally I don't even finish one of those. That's how little water that I drink. You know, you would think I learned my lesson. Like I drank a gallon of water for a whole week, and so you would think by now I would know you need to drink water more. it's not gonna hurt you, it's not gonna harm you, it's just gonna make your life better, right? No, I haven't learned my lesson. So, yeah. But I did refill it again before I went to bed, so, you know, I might be like sipping on that before I like completely fall asleep. It depends on how fast this little sleepy time tea will make me fall asleep and how fast I can finish the sleepy time tea. But I mean, hey, at least I did better as far as drinking water than what I normally do. I knew that there was no way I was going to be drinking a gallon of water today, and I'm glad I accepted that. It just wasn't possible. And honestly, if I finish that one, that will put me at 60. And honestly, let's just count this tea. It's technically just water with some herbs in it, soaked in herbs. It's water soaked in herbs with a little bit of monk fruit sugar. So, you know, we can count that too. And you know, and some foods have water in them, and we had some cauliflower rice, we had some zucchini, cucumbers. Cucumbers are basically all water. Cucumbers and lettuce, all water. So we'll count those too, right? That's good. Okay. But anyways, I'm gonna go finish my stuff and catch you guys later.
Like I said in the clip, I was not and I have not been the biggest fan of tea in my life, but the tea actually was pretty good. I finished it. So I was really impressed with myself. I didn't think I was gonna finish it, but I actually finished the full tea, and I didn't finish the mug cake completely because it was just like a lot, and I don't think I had as much time in between eating the other snacks before I started eating the mug cake. And I just, like I said in the video, I haven't had the best experiences with mug cake, and it tasted fine. I just think I'm just like regular cake cooked in the regular way and not in a microwave is just better to me, in my opinion. I don't know if it's just the way I cooked it, but I don't know, but I just prefer regular cake instead. But like I said, it wasn't bad, but I don't think I would necessarily do it again. In conclusion to eating like Cassie, I think all of the foods that she kind of did, they were all very realistic meals. They weren't any crazy concoctions or anything like that, and they were all very filling. They were all very filling meals as well, so I didn't feel like I was hungry or anything throughout the day, and there's plenty of snacks in between the meals and everything, so you will definitely be satiated. You will not be hungry or anything at all throughout the day. Even with it being a bit stricter with eating and everything, it was still very good. I was well satisfied with everything. And I would totally eat some of those again, like the stir fry. I would never think to add zucchini to a stir fry, just never really crossed my mind. I normally think of like, you know, other vegetables and stir fries and stuff, but I totally would do that. I would totally use coconut aminos again, so it definitely opened my eyes to some things to change. Some things I will not change, but all in all, I think it was a good full day of eating. But that is all I have for you guys today. If you guys like this video, you guys can give this video a thumbs up. You can also comment down below, and you can also subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thank you guys all for watching. Bye!